Ahoy and welcome to this Narrowboat adventure. This video comes to you by special request for one of my viewers. This video is 10 things not to do on a narrowboat. So this is 10 things you should never do on a narrowboat. I've written it from the perspective of living on a boat and not necessarily visiting a boat. Number 1. Don't forget where your boat is. Sometimes you move your boat and then you go to work and then you go home to where your boat used to be and you don't quite remember where your boat is now. So don't forget where you've left the boat. Google Maps is great. You can actually put a little star exactly where your boat is, and the cool thing about that is you can see where you've been as well. Don't get dehydrated. In the summer, your boat is going to get super hot. Make sure you keep your windows and your doors open when you're in and let some fresh air into your boat and drink lots of water. And also check if it's colder outside than inside, because sometimes it's really hot inside. And in the winter, your boat can get very hot with your fire. So your fire will often make a very dry heat. So it's very important to keep yourself hydrated when you're living on a boat. Don't let the loo get too full. Don't forget to empty your toilet or forget to keep an eye on the gauge that tells you how full the toilet is. Because whatever kind of toilet you have, if it overfills, it's a pretty horrendous experience. Trust me, I know. Don't ignore problems. If you know that you have a problem, don't ignore it. Make a plan to get it sorted. With a boat, you can take a little bit of time, but don't just pretend the problem isn't there, because then it's definitely going to get worse. Don't panic! It's very easy to find yourself getting panicked on a boat. If you're finding yourself in a situation that's unknown, which will happen all the time, it's very easy to lose your head. But there are very few situations with your boat that are likely to benefit from you panicking. Take a moment. Take a deep breath, have a cup of tea if you need, then try and tackle the problem. When you're having a party, don't sit all on one side because it's going to feel real weird. Your boat's going to go lopsided because you've got 6 people sitting on one side of your boat. And then don't panic that your boat's sinking. It's just because you've got 6 people on one side. Another thing for when you're having a party, don't fall off the roof. The first time I went into the water was when I jumped off of the roof trying to be impressive to my friend, and we had the canal edge was chip choppy and my leg went down one of the holes. So don't fall off the roof if you can help it. Don't forget in the summer to keep your windows and doors open, otherwise you're going to live in a sauna. And don't forget in the winter to keep your windows and your vents shut so you don't get water coming in. Don't forget your regular maintenance. Don't forget how important those things are. Like, now it's spring, we can start doing painting, we can start resealing things that might need to be resealed, we can start repainting the interior, we can start doing maintenance on the stove while we're not going to be using it over this time. We can start doing maintenance on the water system, because if anything does go horribly wrong, we can open the windows and we can put the fire on and dry the boat out fairly quickly. Don't forget to take those moments while you can. For us, we've realised that kind of Easter holidays and June are usually going to be DIY periods, and then July and August are going to be the big trip for the year. And then sometimes in October we do a little trip as well. Sometimes we have a chance to do a little trip as well as doing DIY in Easter. And obviously we do other trips around that. But like when we're planning a big trip, we're planning a big trip. That's like our holiday for the year usually. And don't run out of water if you can help it. It makes some real horrible air bubbles in our system that make a very loud noise that has taken quite some time to figure out how to get out. But we've managed it. When I say we've managed it, Seb managed it on the first week of the Easter holidays because I had to work. But it has been done. Don't forget where your boat is. that's my 10 things not to do when you're on a boat. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope you'll come again to join us on this narrowboat adventure. If you would like to, you can click subscribe and come back and see me for another adventure of narrowboats. And if you would like to, you can find me on Facebook. Just search This Narrowboat Adventure on Facebook and you will find us. There's probably a link in the description too. If you could think of any other things that you shouldn't do on a boat, let me know. I'm sure there's lots of them, but those were my favourites. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!